Right now at 10.
Never had to go through it, and so many people failed him.
Protesters line the street outside the La Crosse County Courthouse demanding the woman accused of killing a 6-year-old boy stays behind bars. And the city of La Crosse is closing 2 parks. The people living unsheltered there are asked to leave so the city can clean up. Plus, hometown hero, a food service worker, is serving up compassion at the Tomah VA.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Dozens of protesters rallied outside the La Crosse County Courthouse today, calling for justice in the case of the 6-year-old Maderi boy found dead in his home back in February. The protesters arrive as 31-year-old Josie Dykeman faces multiple charges, including intentional homicide for the death of young Alex Xavier Pedren. Pedren's grandmother organized today's protest and says more protests will come as the case moves through the courts.
It's not the first time around she's abused children, and it needs to stop. No other child should endure this or any type of abuse, and that's why we're going to keep his name alive. Justice for Alex Xavier.
And District Attorney Tim Grinke says Dykeman has been charged with child neglect twice before. Dykeman is being held on a $1 million cash bond, is in court tomorrow for a hearing. Anderson is praying Dykeman's bail is not reduced and that Dykeman stays behind bars. A teen accused of first-degree intentional homicide appeared in La Crosse County Court today because of a bond violation. 19-year-old Sage Hickey was on Zoom in court. According to online records, a citation was filed in Juneau County for underage drinking last Tuesday, and being in Juneau County was a violation of Hickey's bond conditions. Judge Elliot Levine warned Hickey during the hearing.
I'm glad it sounds like there's discussions going on, but until it gets resolved, you cannot violate these rules. I'm telling you one more time, if I see anything come across, it's going to likely issue a capias.
Hickey is accused of shooting and killing 15-year-old Storm Vondrashek last summer. Hickey claims it was self-defense. He is out on a $10,000 cash bond. The city of La Crosse is closing Cameron Park and Burns Park this week. The Parks Department says both parks will be closed around 10 a.m. tomorrow through Friday for maintenance, cleaning, tree inspections, and park repairs. Cameron Park has especially seen an influx of people living unsheltered. City officials have given those people a 48-hour notice of the temporary closures. The Parks and Rec director says the closures are necessary to keep the parks in the best possible shape.
These parts where we come in and have to close the park down to perform this maintenance is very necessary, not only for public health and safety, but you know, just to ensure that we're able to continue to do it in the future.
The department says they plan to open up Cameron Park on Friday afternoon in time for the farmers market to go on as usual.
Well, as advertised, we had temperatures in the 80s and 90s. We made it to 90 in La Crosse, 89 in Sparta. Volkfield made it to 88. 89 was the high over towards the Dells. There's only one place that was warmer than us, and that was Boscobel, 91 degrees. Our record high for today was 93, so we are very, very close to that. And in terms of temperatures right now, we are all over the place. Upper 50s towards Volkfield and Black River Falls. You go to Sparta, you're at 62, 65 in Boscobel, 70s from Prairie du Chien up towards La Crosse, Winona. Good evening to you guys. You're at 77 degrees. 72 is the current temperature in Eau Claire. Now, the radar scan, we are seeing a few splash and dash showers to the north and west of Eau Claire. Otherwise, a clean sweep across the area. We did have a line of thunderstorms push through earlier this evening. You can kind of see how they just fired up and then just dwindled down across the northwestern portion of our viewing area. But right now we have a stationary boundary in play, and you see all the storms firing off towards the west. That's going to be our weather maker as we go into tomorrow in the evening, going into the overnight hours. Now, Ken, coming up in the first warn forecast, yeah, we'll talk about the precip chances, but we're going to keep the 90s in play. But we also have a cool down somewhere, and we'll talk about that with my 8 Day in a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
In the meantime, a group of Republicans in the House are speaking out against the debt limit deal between Republican Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Biden. Skylar Henry has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Speaker McCarthy should pull this bad bill down. We should stop taking this bill up right now.
The compromise deal that would raise the federal debt ceiling and prevent a historic default is facing vocal opposition from hardline conservatives. Leaders of the GOP House Freedom Caucus lashed out against the agreement Tuesday.
This bill canonizes post-COVID spending levels brought to us by Joe Biden and the Democrats.
It was struck over the weekend in a compromise between Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Biden. McCarthy defended the compromise.
These are major victories. I understand people get upset about walking through a debt ceiling, but this is a House, a Senate, and a presidency.
7 yeas, 6 nays.
Motion is agreed to.
After hours of discussion, the House Rules Committee voted to send the legislation to the full House for a vote expected Wednesday.
It puts the brakes on the past 2 years of Washington's reckless runaway spending.
The bill represents a necessary compromise.
The legislation would impose federal spending reductions for the next 2 years and suspend the debt limit past the next presidential election.
It's an agreement that not only prevents the first ever default in this country, but it will protect our hard-earned and historic economic recovery.
Among its provisions, the deal cuts funding to the IRS, tightens restrictions for food stamps, and speeds up a controversial pipeline project running from West Virginia into Virginia. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The package would hold spending essentially flat for the coming year while allowing increases for military and veterans accounts. 5 people are unaccounted for after a partial building collapse in Davenport, Iowa. 2 people could still be trapped in the rubble. Part of the building fell on Sunday night. As of this morning, 9 people have been rescued. Protesters are gathering to oppose the demolition of the building, saying those people could still be alive and pets are trapped inside. The building had gotten permits to make repairs to the exterior, but residents have been making multiple complaints to the city for months. Wisconsin Republicans are introducing a bill that would increase the penalty for performing an abortion. Wisconsin Republicans introducing that and would also clarify medical procedures that don't qualify as abortions. Democratic Governor Tony Evers is almost certain to veto the measure if it got to his desk. He's already promised to veto another GOP bill that creates exceptions for rape and incest. This new bill specifies that medical procedures intended to save a pregnant woman's life and are not intended to kill her unborn child don't qualify as abortions. La Crosse's Assemblywoman and state senator are calling on the state's Joint Finance Committee to reverse course on a proposed cut to food assistance programs. Democrats Jill Billings and Brad Pfaff say the GOP-controlled budget has cut $30 million in grants that support nonprofits like Wafer Food Pantry. Wafer's director says the pantry is already seeing about 150 more families a month needing help compared to last year. And the proposed budget cuts, coupled with fewer local donations, could put the pantry in a difficult spot.
I would like to be able to maintain what we have been able to do, but we're just spending more and more, and with inflation, our prices are up also.
Now, the full legislature has to vote on those proposed cuts in the budget. Pfaff says it's not too late for the legislature to put that money back in for the next budget.
I fully intend to continue to push to get this money reinstated because I think it's a win-win. It's a win-win for our family farmers. It's a win-win for our consumers. It's a win-win for our local communities.
Wafer Food Pantry says they'll continue to try and provide the best food choices for the community. After the break, cannabis gets the green light from Minnesota's governor. Now that the plant will be legal, what does that mean for consumers and communities? We've got some answers. And later, an unexpected group is seeing an increase in the number of weight loss surgeries.
Hey, what's up with no seatbelt?
We're not going far, just heading to town.
Really?
Don't worry, folks. I got this.
What the?
Come on, man. You're more likely to get in a crash on a shorter trip. So buckle up every trip, every time.
Got it?
Got it.
Click it or tick it. Together, we can save lives.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. WISVRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Minnesota is now the 23rd state to legalize cannabis for recreational use. Reporter Caroline Cummings has answers to questions that consumers and communities are asking as the governor gives the green light.
A big celebration for cannabis legalization inside the state capitol Tuesday as Minnesota embarks on a new reality many years in the making.
This is not only getting this bill legalized, it was an exercise in democracy.
The 300-page bill is the culmination of a lot of work, and it was one of the final bills approved this session. Its signing also marked the meeting of governors past and present. Former Governor Jesse Ventura cheering the bill too, an early and prominent advocate of legalizing marijuana.
It's very wonderful to see a dream of yours over 20 years ago finally happen today, and I'm still alive to see it.
Now that the bill is signed into law, what's next? Well, there are key timelines to think about here. Starting August 1st, it will no longer be a crime to have up to 2 pounds of marijuana in your home and 2 ounces on your person when you're out and about in public. That's also the date when the state will start the process of automatically clearing people's records if they were convicted of low-level cannabis crimes. So when can you buy a marijuana product at a dispensary? Well, that'll take a little bit longer. 12 to 18 months, bill authors estimate, to get the regulatory framework up and running for the rules, regulations surrounding the cannabis products and the state licenses you'll need to run a cannabis business. As for where you can use it, the bill says at home, at another private residence with the owner's permission, or a place licensed for on-site consumption. Local governments can set rules about where in public it's prohibited.
I'm really proud that Minnesota is taking a step forward and trying something new.
Once dispensaries are able to start selling, stores will charge sales tax plus a 10% cannabis tax. After the break, more layoffs at one of the country's largest financial firms. And later, we go to the Tomah VA to meet this month's hometown hero.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Dean. Your forecast for tomorrow going back into the upper 80s, low 90s. You can see how we hit 89 by the 4 o'clock hour. Precip chances will start to pick up in the afternoon and early evening hours. We'll talk about that with my 8-day and the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Listen, your deodorant just has to work. I use Secret, aluminum free. Just swipe and it lasts all day. Secret helps eliminate odor instead of just masking it. And hours later, I still smell fresh. Secret works. Oh, yes.
When you really need to sleep, you reach for the really good stuff. ZzzQuil Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZzzQuil Ultra, when you really, really need to sleep.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam. They have waffles. And splendid pools.
Book direct at choicehotels.com.
It's time to go tankless with a new Bradford White Infinity tankless water heater from Maxwell White. Upgrading to a tankless system allows you to have unlimited hot water whenever you need it, no matter when you last used it. Hot water is an integral part of everyone's life, so let the experts at Maxwell White help you choose the best water heating solution for you and your family. Trust the company that's been keeping La Crosse and the surrounding areas comfortable since 1994. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Goldman Sachs is laying off employees for the third time in the past year. This time, fewer than 250 jobs are expected to be impacted. More than 3,000 workers, though, were let go in January. This layoff will affect highly trained workers like managing directors and senior executives. More children and teens are having weight loss surgery. The number of kids aged 10 to 19 having metabolic and bariatric surgeries has been rising since 2016, according to a study published in JAMA Pediatrics. Childhood obesity impacts 1 in 5 children and teens in the U.S., according to the CDC. The American Academy of Pediatrics urges behavior therapy and lifestyle changes to treat obesity. But in an update to its guidelines earlier this year, the AAP recommends surgery and medications for some, particularly teens with severe obesity. The U.S. Supreme Court declined to hold Reddit responsible for child sexual assault images on its website. The court says it won't take up a case against Reddit, and 2 lower courts already ruled in the site's favor. It affirms that online platforms have immunity from such lawsuits under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. Several lawmakers from both parties have said they want to hold platforms more accountable. And if you're looking to fly with the best, Air New Zealand has been named the Airline of the Year by AirlineRatings.com. The Australia-based agency cited Air New Zealand's Skynest economy beds as one of the key factors in the choice. The economy lie-flat seating is set to launch next year. The agency also praised the airline for its operational safety, environmental leadership, and staff motivation. We were looking at those Skynest, my producer Leah and I, during the break. There are little columns like in the middle of the walkway, stacks of 3 like military-sized beds, you know, like you're in the Army, like tight little bunks, and you pay like an extra $250 to get a 4-hour nap in one of those pods when you're taking long flights from New Zealand to like New York. Only an extra $250 to get a 4-hour nap. Not bad. If you got a 17-hour flight.
Exactly. That would be worth it.
Yeah.
But sign me up for 2 of those.
Okay, there we go.
You get full 8 hours sleep, my friend.
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. Tell you what, we do have a little bit of rain on the radar to talk about. Let's go ahead and hit the maps, shall we? Here's a look at the radar scan, and just over towards the Eau Claire area, just to the north and west of Eau Claire, seeing a little bit of rain. It was a different story earlier this evening, where we had that line of thunderstorms push its way through portions of Rusk County over towards Chippewa County, Dunn County, and a little bit of Eau Claire County. Now we take a look here now at the Sky Tracker as we go into the next several hours. Now I want to draw your attention to this because you can see right here, when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 50s and 60s will greet you. We'll go into the 80s as we go into the 11 o'clock time frame. Now the precip chances will pick up again as we go into your Wednesday afternoon, going into the evening hours. Much like today, it's going to be more of a northern zone type event. The majority of us will stay partly to mostly cloudy, and then we'll do that all over again for Thursday. Hey, we made it to 90 today after a morning start of 56, 3 degrees shy from tying a record set back in 1934. So 90 degrees is what will go on the old calendar for today. That puts us 20 degrees above, or 20 days above average, 9 days below average, and 1 day on the 20th where we were right on par. We only have 1 day left in May, then this entire calendar gets wiped as we start a brand new month and we go into the meteorological summer. So take a look here as we go into the next couple of days. We'll stay in the 90s for tomorrow as well as Thursday, and then low 90s for your Friday. Then we start to taper off as we go into this time next week. But right now, look at the temperatures. 75 degrees in La Crosse. We have clear skies. Humidity is at 40% with winds out of the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour, and we're at 72 in Eau Claire with clear skies. Feels like 72. Dew point at a half 100. Humidity is at 46% with winds out of the northwest at 7 miles per hour. All right, so here's a look at Sky Tracker. This is the regional view, and I want to draw your attention to this. See the wind staying out of the south. As long as we keep that southerly wind in play, that's what's going to allow those temperatures to go into the upper 80s to low 90s. And as I said at 5 and 6, and I'll say it again now, I'm going to start to sound like a broken record for the next few days. We start the day off with plenty of sun, then the precip chances pick up. There's Wednesday. Here's Thursday. We start with a mixture of sun and clouds. Then the precip chances ramp up again in the evening hours. And then It clears out for the overnight hours. We do it all over again Friday. Friday morning, we start the day off with sunny skies, and then here come the precip chances in the afternoon and evening hours. Highs tomorrow, much like today. We're going into the upper 80s, low 90s. La Crosse will make it to 90, 89 New Albany, 87 Caledonia, 88 Winona, 88 Menominee, 89 over towards Eau Claire. So the details of the first warn forecast for tonight: 63 degrees with partly cloudy skies, overnight storms possible with winds out of the southeast at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. The next 8 days, here we go. Temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s with thunderstorm chances the majority of the 8 days. The one thing to note, Ken, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're only going to see highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
All right, Eric. Thanks very much.
You bet.
Coming up next in sports, a big win sends an area golf team to state, and teams are hitting the diamond as the WIA postseason continues. Cade is in next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Pilgrims in Arcadia is looking to add maintenance technicians and want you to apply. We offer you on-site training in our new state-of-the-art training center, flexibility with 4 different shifts, competitive pay, career advancement, and a hefty benefits program. Here's what our employees have to say.
I would encourage anybody looking for a job in maintenance to come to Pilgrims because we give them the opportunity to train and advance their careers through our program.
If you were looking for a good, stable, reliable job, Pilgrims is the place to work.
Apply in person at our recruiting office, Main Street, Arcadia.
La Crosse Glass and Overhead Doors has been selling, servicing, and installing garage doors since 1964 and believe garage doors should be exceptional quality and craftsmanship. We guarantee to help you select a door to fit all of your needs. We offer a large stock inventory of CHI overhead doors, including residential, commercial, rolling steel, and high-speed doors. Visit our website and design the door of your dreams with CHI Door Visions. Get your free quote today.
Welcome to the rustic side of Black River Furniture Outlet, Western Wisconsin's cabin store. Buy unique, one-of-a-kind pieces made in the USA, featuring aspen, hickory, barnwood, and specialty woods like walnut and maple burl. Shop dining sets, bars and bar stools. Find epoxy pieces, coffee and end tables, cabin furniture bedroom sets in king, queen, full, or twin. Bunk beds and case pieces to match. Huge selection in stock to take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Cade Overton.
High school softball in Wisconsin is in the sectional semifinals, which means the Blair Taylor Wildcats are just 2 wins away from making it to state. They can get one step closer with a win over Osseo Fairchild. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. Wildcat senior Lexi Lofgren with a grounder to center. 1 run scores the Wildcats up top of the second, and Lindsey Steen collects 1, 2, 3 strikeouts to retire the side. She was having a day. To the bottom half of the frame, Anna White, a single down the right field line. The Wildcats are going to extend their lead. It's now 2-0. Then we go to the top of the third, and I'm sounding like a broken record, but Steen strikes out the side again. She would collect 9 strikeouts in 4 innings of work. Bottom half of the inning, Lydia Fredrickson with a base knock to shallow center. Wildcats extend their lead. Blair Taylor goes on to win 6-2. They'll face Stratford Thursday at Blair Taylor. All right, some more scores here. West Salem with a big upset on the road against top seed Mount Horeb. Panthers were down 12-0 at one point, but came back and won 15-14 in 10 innings. Prairie du Chien season comes to an end as they fall 3-0 to River Valley. And Seneca tops Hillsboro 9-2. The Royals will face Assumption Thursday at New Lisbon. And over in Minnesota, Winona senior softball had a big game in the sectional semifinals. The Winhawks got the win over Byron and are now 1 game away from the state tournament. They'll be looking to secure their spot on Thursday. All All right, we've also got regional semifinals for baseball. Aquinas is the top-ranked team in Division III, according to the Wisconsin Baseball Coaches Association. The Blue Golds are hoping for a deep run in the playoffs. So that takes us to Holy Cross Seminary Field. Aquinas hosting Poinet. And the Blue Golds have a deep pitching staff, and Will Dietz got the start today. Here he is with a strikeout for the first out of the game, and then getting the defense involved. A ground ball to short. Eddie Peters flips it to Cole Keppel. Over to Kyle White for the 6-4-3 double play, inning over. And then the Aquinas offense would go to work. Calvin Hargrove with a line shot to left field. He's into first with the first hit of the game for the Blue Golds, and then a few batters later, Tanner Peterson is going to drive in the first run of the game. A line drive in a center. Hargrove comes around to score. Aquinas would go on to win 10-0. They'll host Whitehall tomorrow. And in Onalaska, MVC rivals squaring off on the diamond for some regional playoff action. The Hilltoppers hosting the Holman Vikings. Top of the second, Hilltopper starter Adam Skifton was dealing. The junior gets the punch out. Vikings go down in order. And in the bottom half of the inning, Onalaska gets on the board. 2 on for Xavier Lawrence, and he's going to get the job done. That's deep enough for a sac fly. Caden Pearson races home. Hilltoppers strike first. It's 1-0. But in the third, Vikings answer right back. Base is full for Jared Roddering, and the senior comes up clutch. Base hit into left. 2 runs are going to score. It's a 2-run single for Roddering. Holman puts a 3 spot in the third, and that was more than enough for the Vikings senior Kyler Wall. The lefty was on a mission. Wall gets the Hilltoppers in order in the third, and then the fourth, he's going to get some help from his defense. Great stab at third, and that's going to be a 5-3 double play. Holman wins 4-1. They'll travel to Monona Grove on Thursday. And a look at some of our other teams. West Salem beats GET 10-2. Viroqua and Bangor both get wins in Division III, and in Division IV, Seneca, Independence Gilmanton, and Cashton all collect victories. We've also got girls soccer regionals. Lacrosse Central hosting Logan Luther. Central wasting no time. Drop back to Gianna Bujan and puts up a banger into the top of the net. Riverhawks strike first. Minutes later, Avery Bossard finds Ellie Kirshner, and she shoots it from way downtown, finds the back of the net. What a beauty. Riverhawks take a 2-0 lead, and Central was feeling it tonight as they would go on to win 10-0. They'll face River Falls at home on Saturday. Oh, but we're not done. We also have the boys state golf sectionals, and a huge shout out to the Holman boys team as they were tied with the third-ranked Middleton at the end of regulation. So they went into a shootout where the Vikings would get a huge upset, 17-18, and then also in that same sectional, Onalaska's Colin Como qualified individually, and in Division II, Prairie du Chine's James Riley is the first individual qualifier for PDC since 1999. They'll be moving on to the state tournament next Monday in Kohler. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Need new windows, new entry doors, or a new patio door? Do what thousands of local homeowners have done for over 30 years. Call or visit the board store today. Superior products, the most experienced installer team in the region, and a servant-minded senior sales staff who will ensure you get the best product for your home, family, and budget. Improving your home, improving your life. Visit our 15,000 square foot showroom located at 524 Copeland Avenue in La Crosse, or call for your free estimate. You won't be disappointed.
Holiday Inn Express in Onalaska is your corporate headquarters for all business or personal travel in the Coulee region. Conveniently located within walking distance of 6 restaurants, retail locations, and 3 grocery stores. We are at the hub of your corporate visit. With hot breakfast served daily, meeting rooms for corporate presentations, and a state-of-the-art workout facility. We have everything you need for your next business trip.
Spring is here, and it's time to visit Jolivet Family Farms. 8 greenhouses full of a wide variety of flowers, vegetable, and plants, all grown for this climate. Seed potatoes, onion sets, sweet onion plants, bulk seeds, succulents, citronella mosquito plants, horseradish, rhubarb, asparagus. Find unique lawn and garden decor. Take home a strawberry rhubarb pie, rhubarb crisp, or peanut butter pie from our homemade bakery. All this and so much more. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
No matter your level of comfort with technology, our secure website allows for worry-free transactions. Whether at your computer or in the palm of your hand, our mobile app lets you manage your account on the go. For over 120 years, Union State Bank has provided our customers and community with quality financial services. We're here for you and welcome you to bank with us. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hometown Heroes is brought to you by the Board Store Home Improvement.
And our May hometown hero belongs to Brenda Worthington, a food service worker at Toma's VA, serving our veterans not just good food, but love and compassion as well.
Brenda works hard for not only veterans, but people in general.
Toma's VA offers services to veterans through care and respect for one's physical and spiritual health. If you ask the vets in the Spirit of Freedom Dining Hall, you'll find a hidden gem, a hometown hero.
You interact with the vets every day. Oh yes, that's the best part.
Brenda Worthington is just doing her job.
Brenda's the kind of employee that makes the day go good. And complete confidence in the kind of work that Brenda does. To watch her serve our veterans is an honor. She does a great job.
Brenda was nominated by her granddaughter Tegan, who is constantly learning by her grandmother's example.
My grandma helps everybody. She helps her family, her friends, and the vets, and she's just an awesome person.
Brenda was shocked and honored and will continue to lead by example by helping our vets.
We have a lot of talks about helping and being kind and what you can do to make somebody else's day a little better. And you really can, you know.
In Tomah, Wisconsin, Sophia Pullman, News 8 Now.
If you know a hometown hero like Brenda in your community and would like to nominate them, you can find an application on our website under Hometown Heroes. We'll be right back.
Action! Get up to 50% off list prices at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. These incredible beds, both at our lowest price ever. Or this beefy recliner marked way down. Up to 50% off at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Don't miss this one.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards and upgrade your home's appliances. We have the largest in-stock appliance selection ready to take home today. Save over $350 on this fingerprint-resistant stainless steel dishwasher after sale price and rebate. Keep your home clean and spotless with Livman. We've got brooms, mops, and everything in between. Get this mop today for just $9.99 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light-duty models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Wisconsin's #1 Music and Arts Festival is back August 10th through the 12th in Arcadia, Wisconsin. Join us for 3 days of music and world-class entertainment featuring One Republic, REO Speedwagon, Tyler Hubbard of Florida Georgia Line, Jake Owen, and much more. With art exhibits, a family fun zone, food trucks, variety shows, and more, there's something fun to be had for everyone in the family. Tickets are on sale now for just $35 at ashleyforthearts.com.
I don't know how it's all gonna fit. And action! Now at Slumberland, $9.99 gets you everything. An adjustable base with head up, foot up, remote, a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, plus a 7-piece bedding bundle free. Get a fitted sheet, flat sheet, 2 pillows, 2 pillowcases, and a duvet. All that just $9.99. Only at Slumberland. Cut!
Tomorrow back into the upper 80s, low 90s. There's your planning forecast. We'll see temperatures going to 89 by 4 o'clock with precip chances. Much needed precip chances.
All right. Thanks a lot, Eric. And thanks for joining us tonight at 10. We appreciate your time. We'll see you tomorrow.